Alright, so in my most recent video, I went through a seed on SCP Containment Breach that somebody recommended that I try. The seed was Shenanigans, and as you can see, I have it pulled up here on this SCP Containment Breach map website thing, where you can see how the map is laid out just based off putting in the seed. Now, I would like to detail exactly why that seed sucks so damn bad. So as you can see, here's the start, right? Now, from the start, the next place you want to go is wherever it says K1. Anywhere it says K1 is the first keycard. Anywhere it says K2 is the second keycard. From there, you want to make it to 914, because 914 will allow you to upgrade that into a level 3 keycard. So that's the basic order of events in light containment. K1, then K2, then 914. So, I have the opening section of the map here laid out. So let's go to the 3D map viewer, and I also have a bunch of other like miscellaneous rooms that we'll go over in a little bit later. But for now, we're just going to go to the start of the map, which is over here. So this is the start room. You're going to come out of the start room and enter into this room. You're going to go this way and see surveillance. And you're going to go over here and see this. Now the normal player, and a normal experienced player, I should say, will see this and think, I don't want to go here. This sucks. So they'll turn around and they'll go this way. And they'll see, like, this is where you started from. You can't go any further there. There's no other places to go, but here is where they can get a level 1 keycard. If they were to continue, you can see K1 here. They're going to hit a Tesla gate, then a regular hallway, then 372. Hitting 372 is important as well. If they don't do that, they'll have to do one of two not ideal things later. I'll get back to that. So they grab their level 1 keycard from this area, and they go back, and the only other place they can go, I mean, I would assume they would usually continue down this way and get 372. So we're going to assume they got 372. Then come back this way. You need the paper in 372 for the code. This is surveillance. You need level 3 to get in here, so they're not going to be able to do that. The only other place to go is down. So they're going to go down, come across, come to the other elevator, right? And down is this section with all the 939s, the dogs. They're going to come over here. Here's 914. That's great. You need level 2 to get into 914. So they're going to turn around, come down this way. They might just go this way straight off. Here's where 860 is. You're going to need 860 for the gate B ending. I'll get to that in a minute. And then they're going to come over here and see this is where you can get a level 2. So you get the level 2, right? You backtrack, you come over here, upgrade it to level 3. Ideally, they would come over here and grab 860, right? At this point, they've gone through here. But now they need to get to surveillance. And if you remember, surveillance was on the other side of this, with no other way to get to this part of the facility. So they have to come back through, so that's 2 trips through 939. Then they're going to come over here, go to surveillance, do all that. Right now they have access to heavy containment. They've undone the lockdown in light containment. So they're going to go back through this again a third time. That's 3 trips minimum through 939 just to get to heavy containment. Then they're going to come around here, go up here, and enter heavy containment. If they're smart about it or lucky about it, either way, they'll head up through here and hit 008 right away. If they're not, they'll end up wandering this major chunk of heavy containment, wondering why they can't find 008 for a long time, before they backtrack and enter here. 035 and 106 are also in their own separate little areas, meaning that if you want the SCP-500-1 pill behind the locked door behind 035, you'll have to find it that way. And beyond that, they'll have to go through that to get here, right? To get to room 106, which is recontaining 106, which is obviously always a good thing. In a casual playthrough, person might do that. In a speedrun or a playthrough where they know how to avoid 106, they might not. They will find 1499 on the way. There is no other way to get to heavy containment without going past 1499, so that's nice at least. Hypothetically, if they wanted to, they could just cut right across here and get K1, then K2, then K3. They would still have to cut across and then back over again, so you still have to go 3 times through that, right? Minimum. If you forgot to grab 372's paper and don't want to go through the maintenance tunnels up here, I'll get to that in a minute. Ignore the car in the background. It's a nice day, I got my windows open. If they would like to bypass the 966 tunnels, they will have to come back through another 2 times through here to get the 372 paper if they missed it in the first place. Anyway, so anywhere from 3 to 5, either 3 or 5 pretty much, times through here to get everything you need. right? Then they're going to hit 008 eventually. Then they're going to head up through here. To get to 079, the only way through is to go through 966's chamber, which will release one instance of 966, or sorry, 2 instances of 966. Guaranteed you have to for the gate B ending. Keep in mind, I don't know how to get the gate A endings. There's 2 of them apparently from what I've been told, and then there's a 4th ending that you can get somehow. I don't know how to get any of those 3 endings. The only ending I know how to get is gate B, so bear with me on that, right? But in order to get the gate B ending, they'd have to hit 079. Not yet, but they will have to. In order to get to up here, they either have to go through room 2 tunnel, which room 2 tunnel I actually have up here. Which one is that? Let's see, room 049, room 2 tunnel. Here we go. Looking at room 2 tunnel here, it's this one. This is the one that leads to the maintenance tunnels. This is the one where you need the paper from 372's chamber to get through it without hitting maintenance tunnels. Maintenance tunnels suck. This map's maintenance tunnels aren't anything particularly egregious. They're regular old maintenance tunnels. But yeah, maintenance tunnels suck. Nobody likes maintenance tunnels. On top of that, your only other option, if you don't want to go maintenance tunnels, is to go around here. You have to go through 049. This thing right here has a hand scanner, which means you can bypass 049 if you have a severed hand. Where you get the severed hand from? The 939 room. Since you have to go through it 3 times, you could get that, or you could get the 372. Either way, you're going to have to get one or the other, and if you don't, you'll have to hit 939 again. Or you'll have to get 966 or 049. Now, 049's already a problem, but obviously nobody wants to go down through 049's area. It's just annoying. Anyway, over here is test room, which this is the 682 chamber. It's just annoying because it's big. So if you do decide to go 049, you have to go through there, or you have to go all the way up and around here. Anyway, and then you come over here, and then you have to go through 860 in order to get to electrical. And then you have to go through 860 again to get back down to 079, which you then have to go through one of these 2 rooms again, right? And you have to go through 966. So that already sucks as well, right? You specifically have to go down and through 966 this way. So that's 2 times you've gone through 860. Now, if you want to get to gate B, now you have to talk to 079. Talking to 079 means that then you have to go back and turn the gate control back, or the door control back on for 079. So you have to go through 860 again to turn it back on, and then again to go back out. So that's 3 times minimum through 939, 4 times minimum through 860, and you have to either go through or bypass one of the 966 maintenance tunnels or 049's lower chamber. Bypassing them requires you either have the foresight to grab the paper from 372, or you grab the severed hand in 939. If you do neither, then you have to go through one of them, which is annoying. So just to recap, 4 minimum, 3 minimum, go through or bypass one or the other, minimum, right? And then you can get to gate B and get out. So yeah, this map sucks. Is it possible? Yes. If you're patient enough, can you complete it? Yes. Does it suck? Yes. Thank you for coming to my TED Talk.